Today we're going to talk about a SIG pistol. Welcome to the Hideout, and today we're going to talk about a SIG pistol. But before we do, please click like, please click subscribe, and please click on that little ringy-dingy down there so you get a notification when you do the next video release. Alright, let's get down to the fun. Pistols. Love pistols. Everybody loves pistols. Everybody watches this video love pistols. Some pistols I prefer over others, like, of course, our 1911, the Lord's caliber, the Lord's pistol, 1911 45 ACP. Any particular brand? All of them. All of them. Some more than others, but all of them. But today we're going to talk about a SIG pistol. Now SIG does make some 1911s and they're quality pistols, but we're going to talk about one today and kind of the evolution of the pistol and get a good look at one. And I've not fired one of these. You know, it's come after my military career, but we're going to play with it today. So back in the day, 1911's getting phased out. Military picks up the Beretta 92. And lo and behold, everybody thinks that's the greatest thing since, you know, chicken and gravy or whatever. But anyway, they shoot them for a while, and they begin to have some trouble with them, and they're just breaking once they get around, you know, throw around 5,000 rounds on them, then things fall apart. That's not good. And then we have a problem with they're too big, they're too long. Now how a 9mm pistol is too big, I don't know. Because I can put the same size 45 ACP up there and not have a problem. Beside the point. So they start looking for a compact pistol. And the compact pistol they come up with, SIG got involved here, and they come out with, at the time, they had the P, and you know now SIG has the P series, and I'm assuming it means pistol in some language, Swiss or something, pistole or whatever. But they had the P series pistols and they had a P228. And the military adopted that and they called it the M11. I guess there was an M10 somewhere in there that got skipped. I don't know. We'll look that up. So they call it, and then it comes out with like a couple 13 round magazines, and it's the P228 basically. And that's what it is. And they go along a few years later and they come up with the P229. The P229 they adopted and call it the M11A1. That's what we're going to look at right here today. This is a SIG M11A1, which, you know, I do not have a P229 to compare it to. But you know, that's why we watch videos and don't read the literature. We let somebody else do the work for us. Anyway, what we have is a compact 9mm, probably double stack or something like that. I don't know if it's stack and a half, double stack, 15 round magazine. And it is a substantial pistol for its size. You know, it weighs a pound and a half, somewhere in there. It's got about, it's less than 4 inches, about 3.8, something like that barrel length on it. It is a compact pistol. It's a nice pistol to handle. We've not fired it yet. But let's have a look at it. It does got some night sights on it. You can see those real quick. It is a double action, single action. Now, one thing right away I do not like about these pistols, and a lot of pistols that do this, this hammer just got like a spring in it. It's not like a revolver hammer. It's not like a 1911 hammer. It's not like a single action, but there's like a bouncy little spring in there that you can feel and you can hear and you can see, and it just does not tell me the handgun that I think is quality. But that's my own personal bias. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just, it's springy. It's springy. When it falls, it's springy. And to me, I like good, solid things. It's got some serrations on the back, nothing on the front. You can see there, it has an external extractor there. Nothing new. SIG does that on their 1911s and all. Nobody, I've never had a problem with them. Some people could be critical and say, Well, that's a good place for dirt and grime to get, but you know, I think that's just somebody who's sitting around evaluating pistols, not somebody who actually uses pistols. That is a different, you know, like what I call them, recliner rangers. Some of you guys out there. Anyway, no rail. Now that's going to be a big difference probably between the civilian version of the P228 or the P229 versus the M11 and the M11A1. Military is not going to put a rail on them. Why? We don't need a rail on them. You know, when you get this close that I need a handgun, I'm not worried about a laser, a light, or anything else on there. I'm shooting the shit out of this thing to save my ass and my buddy's ass and maybe duck for cover. It's not, we don't need it. You know, I like to point out John Wick. Everybody knows John Wick, right? John Wick does not use a light. All the dead guys use lights. You know, watch the movie. All the dead guys use lights. John Wick don't use a light. Pistol grip. Nice textured pistol grip. It is substantially textured. Now, it's not overly aggressive, but it is nice. There is no opening. It's not expanded. It's not opening in there, but I'll show you something else in a minute. Now, I do want to make a comment about the pistol grip. It's not G10 or anything. Of all things, it's polymer. Now, I like to make fun of polymer pistols, in particular Glocks. And the reason I'm going to add this comment there, if you look at the aggressiveness of this pistol, the texture on there, this is nice and rough. You could at least strike a match on it. I wonder why Glock doesn't have a textured pistol grip like that on their handguns. I mean, why do they not have something that has, you know, stick to your hand stuff instead of that slick baby ass stuff? And I'll tell you why they don't have it. They don't have to. You're going to buy it anyway. Why would they have to go through the money of changing and retooling to make a nice pistol grip when you're going to go downtown and you're going to buy some sandpaper and some duct tape and wrap that shit around your Glock and call it good? They don't have to do it. You're still going to buy it. Front strap. Front strap is very, very finely checkered, almost to the point it doesn't feel checkered at all. Almost not necessary. I don't know why they did it, because you really can't feel it at all. So I don't know why it's there. I don't think it's effective unless it's just, you know, they want to do it. And here's another thing I'm going to add. If you look right at the front of the trigger here, they've got that same texturing here as they do here. And I'm not sure why they did that. Some of you guys may know and make a comment, but I don't know. It's nice and open. I've got room for a gloved hand. No problem there. The trigger is round and smooth. And I do like the trigger. I did try to put a trigger gauge on it in double action, and it pulled out to like 12 pounds before it would go. So that's, you know, it's got a nice heavy trigger on it for that. You know, let's see what it does in a single action mode. I've not tried it, and we will try and see what it gets. I'm not going to spend all day doing it. That is 4.13 is what that says, but you know, I think that's a little deceiving. I do want to try that one more time, because I just don't think that seems right. That one is at 4.9, so that's probably pretty good. Probably around, say 4.10 being average. Most of the time when I get a 1911 SIG right out of the box, it's going to pull right at 4 pounds. So I don't know if they do this for a reason or if that's just SIG's engineering or whatever, but you know, most of the time I like the SIG trigger. I've never fired this one. It is a used gun. I bought it used, but it's in excellent shape. And one thing I will say about the magazine being 15 rounds of 9mm, so even though the mag well is not flared, the way this magazine cuts off right here to the end, there really is a nice place to just rest your pinky and your finger there. I don't know if you get that on video or not. Sets nice in the hand. You know, people call it length of pull on a shotgun or a rifle. I mean, I think it. I like it. I mean, I really do like it. This one is not ambidextrous. It does not have a safety, but it does have a decocker right here, so we can decock it. So I don't know there wouldn't be any reason why you wouldn't carry this one, you know, completely loaded. Maybe one in the chamber should be perfectly safe. what else can I say about it without shooting? I don't know, I'm kind of excited to shoot it. I mean, I've not fired one, but man, you know, SIG 1911s I really like. They're plastic toys like the M17 and the M18. I am not cool with it all. I think that's an embarrassment to the U.S. military to give me some tinker toy shit like that to go to combat and go to war with. This would be more substantial. This is a little bit better. I don't know how it shoots, but you know, when we're talking about pistols, we're talking about close. I don't need lights. It just needs to go bang, bang, bang every time. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go outside and see if it actually will go bang, bang, bang. Okay, thanks for joining me outside. Now you guys who've watched the channel for a while, you see we got a little bit different setup. And the bottom line is the hideout has relocated. We have moved to a different location. The range is not put together yet, but it is safe. We got a dirt mound back there. We got steel targets. We're a safe distance. But one thing we were able to do, and when we relocated, we were able to get a covered shooting range. Now, that covered shooting range will let me come out and shoot with you guys year round. I don't care how hot, I don't care how cold, and we'll be okay. But the one thing it does not do is keep the wind from blowing. So I know you're picking up some static. Hell, that's what it is. The wind blows. Be good. It blows somebody's skirt up every once in a while. So I'm going to put some hearing protection on, eye protection, and look one more time at this pistol. One of the things that I do want to mention is some people call it a slide release, some people call it a slide lock. You call it what you want. Right here, right behind the decocker is this little lever. Locks the slide back or it releases it. Now, I think it's okay. It's small enough, it should not get in the way. It's almost too small and tucked away just a little bit. This is a handgun that if you carry it, if you ever have to do a magazine change, you run it dry, you need to practice it. So we're going to go ahead and see what we can do here. Like I said, we're going to lock it back. Put the magazine in. Hammer's back. Let's see what it does. Now let's put the decocker on. Works fine. Pretty fun to shoot, I tell you. The trigger, when it comes back to that 4 pounds when it's back there, I really like it. But I'm gonna go ahead and take it off safe now and try it into double action and see what happens then. So we got the hammers forward. We got one in the chamber. Got that long, long, heavy pull. We got a pipe problem there. It is a little bit fun. Now, I don't know if I have said, it's my first time to fire it. I don't know if we just need to shoot it, oil it. I did put a little bit of oil on it, which you guys know is unlike me, but I did just do a little bit. We're going to go ahead and try it some more. Lock back like it's supposed to. Now, one thing we did, a couple of failures there. It could be ammo related. What I'm shooting is like 115 grain Fiocchi or something like that. It's probably several years old. I'm a little disappointed in the 2 failures. You guys go look it up. I believe when they tested the handguns, these things were tested, like 3 of them shot 25,000 rounds, and out of 75,000 rounds there was 1 failure. Man, those were some tricked out pistols, because I didn't get that kind of, I didn't get that result out of this one. Do I like the pistol? Yeah, I do. If you can buy one reasonable, it'd be worth having, putting away. It's a nice size if you want to carry, packing with that kind of, you know, 9mm is not my favorite, but if I gotta have one, I'll carry one in a heartbeat. 15 round capacity. I like the 15 round capacity. You can load it up, and with that size, get you a nice plastic pistol to put it in, or plastic holster to put it in. I don't know, guys. Is it my 1911? No, it's not. Is it a nice pistol? Yes, it is. At the end of the day, what have you got to do? Always, always, always shoot safe and shoot straight.